Hello friends, Jai Hind, and this is your SSB mentor, Group Captain Rajesh Pandey. Today we're going to talk about a very unique cross-section of the SSB candidates, that is the cadets from the RIMC, military schools and the Sainik schools. Why there is a need to talk about these is because there is a uniqueness about the background from which these candidates are coming. Now I'm going to give you the assessor's perspective. Now as assessors, what is it that we expect from the candidates who are coming from the RAMC, the military schools, the Sainik schools? As you are aware that the Sainik schools, military schools are managed by the Ministry of Defence. And so is RIMC, which is directly controlled by the Army Headquarters, Directorate of Military Training. So certain uniqueness about the candidates who come from here is that yes, all of them are following a CBSE pattern. There are ample opportunities available as far as the games, sports, extracurricular activities, hobbies, and various other activities that are concerned. The top management is from the armed forces. There is facility for educational tours, NCC, various camps, etc. Then you have organized competitions where you get to participate in a number of activities. You develop a lot of qualities that we are looking for in the SSB. You have a very balanced diet, nutritious as well as balanced diet. And there is a guidance available to you, which is not available to many of the other candidates. So having seen this as the background, from where you people are coming, we understand that there is a very wide exposure that you have as compared to some of the candidates who could be coming from, let us say, any government schools, private schools, some of the public schools, the KVs, right? Though KVs and Sarvodaya Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya, they have a fairly good curriculum and opportunities. But yes, in general, if we compare the cadets from Sainik schools, military schools, etc., you have a much wider exposure. There is, in addition, some discipline that you are subjected to, a spirit of adventure, physical fitness, confidence level, and there is a military environment in which you are coming across a lot of officers or personnel from the armed forces background, so which helps you to remain motivated. And of course, you also have certain tours to various educational, various military establishments or establishments that might provide you a lot of information and motivation. So having seen all this, if we look at the advantages that you have coming from this particular background, you should be very clear about it. What is it that you have benefited from? What were the activities that were available? Now, all these things, when I am talking to you, I am talking to you mainly as an interviewing officer, because it is the interview where you can be questioned about various things that you have done. Of course, your physical fitness, your organizing ability, and your various other qualities, they also get suitably reflected during your group task as well. And that is perhaps one of the reasons why the candidates from the Sainik school, military school backgrounds are segregated for the group testing. Right? The basic advantage, basic rationale is that other people do not have any disadvantage when they are pitched against cadets from such background. Okay, coming back to what is it that you need to be aware of. So let us say um, that having had this kind of an exposure, which you people are privileged to have. When I'm saying you people, I'm including myself because I'm also an ex-Sainik School student or cadet, and I'm aware of the kind of advantages that are there. And of course, there are, a coin has two sides. There are some flip side as well, certain disadvantages of being in Sainik School. But, here primarily we are talking about the advantages that accrue to you, and you should be well aware of them. So expectations from you are definitely higher than that of an average candidate. What are the gains from training that you have got? And this is something which is very, very important. And if we feel that, in your 6-7 years of life in, let us say, Sainik School or military school, you have not been able to benefit adequately or not derived much benefit from the training, the chances are that you derive benefit in the NDA may not be as bright as compared to somebody who has not had this kind of an exposure, and given the opportunities in NDA, his trainability might be a little better. Now, coming to the what is it that you need to do? First is, of course, like I said, cadets getting into the Sainik schools maybe at a stage where you're in class 6th. That's a very tender age, and we do understand that everyone of the cadets who get into the school may not be because of his own interest or his own choice. It could also be because of the parents' choice, right? Having said that, yes, once you're in school, then you do realize that there are benefits, and then you start adjusting to this new environment. You feel maybe homesick initially, but later on you do adjust. There is another section of the candidates who join the schools in class 9th. Now they are the ones who have a little less exposure, and by the time they get into the nitty-gritty of the games and sports and various other activities, it is time for the boards. It is time for cadets to get down seriously as far as the academic preparations are concerned. So though many of the candidates, they do make use of this time opportunity, some of the candidates are not able to fully utilize this additional time or additional facilities that they have got. Now my advice to all of you would be, firstly, have very good awareness about your own self, right? That is expected. The kind of facilities that you have had and what kind of facilities you have made use of, right? What are the takeaways from the school life? Participation in various activities. Now, there are so many activities. You obviously cannot be interested in everything. And there are certain compulsory activities. PT is compulsory, parade is compulsory, participation in games and sports is compulsory, running a cross country is compulsory, passing a swimming exam is compulsory, and so on and so forth. Depending on school to school, there are certain activities which are made compulsory, and there are certain activities which you can choose of your own choice. Now I want you to make a distinction between what are the activities which are compulsory, which you have to do in any case, right? Like it or you don't like it. And there are other activities where you are keenly involved. Now, it could be a particular game, it could be a, let's say, a outdoor game, it could be an indoor game, it could be swimming, it could be athletics, it could be debates, it could be dramatics, it could be anything. So you need to make a distinction between the two. Things which are compulsory, which you have done because you participated, right? Active participation has been there, and there another activity or activities where you were very keenly involved. Now that is where you perhaps excel. That's where you participate in those competitions. Now these could be inter-house competitions, these could be inter-school competitions, zonal, regional, or whatever you call it. And what is your motivation to join the forces? Motivation to join the forces, yes, like I said, you do have presence of the senior management from the school, who are principals, vice principals, registrar, headmaster, or admin officer, whatever they are called. And in addition, you have a lot of alumni, ex cadets from your schools who have done extremely well in the armed forces, very senior officers, and they come and visit the school once in a while. So old boys meet, etc. That is where you get a chance to meet and associate with them, and they facilitate a lot of information sharing, etc. So I would like you to take advantage of this and remain motivated, right? And also I've interacted with many of the cadets from various Sainik schools. I find that people are a little fixated as far as their choice is concerned, career choice is concerned. Okay, I'll take only army, or I'll go only for Air Force. My suggestion is that you be a little open about it, right? So these days you do have, like, if you're wanting to pursue a career in engineering, yes, you have chances of getting into the TES entry. Of course, you have to appear for the JE exam, that is after your 12th class. And then 10+2 BTech entry you can go for that. Avenues in different services are enormous, I would say, right? So have an open mind. It's not that if you've not seen Navy, you say कि मेरे को Navy में interest नहीं है. Once you, unless until you see, you learn about it, you will not develop interest. So that is my advice, that know about various services and keep an open mind towards your career choice. In any case, for NDA you have to give 4 choices, right? And these days you also have opportunities to join the technical branch and the ground duties, non-technical, ADAM, logistics, if you are an Air Force candidate through NDA as well, right? So make your choices clear and be informed about all this. Now I would be also covering in the course of future the next tutorials, like why it is important to know about the armed forces. Now this I'm going to cover in the next session, which will be another 2 days or so. And like I said, knowing about various services, what are the arms, what are the branches, that is definitely helpful, you're in the interview. So look forward to seeing you in various sessions henceforth. I will be coming up with such tutorial sessions almost on a regular basis. So you can expect about 3 classes in a month, in a week, and hope you find it beneficial. So do share, subscribe, and like if you found this worthwhile. So thank you very much, and Jai Hind.